Hi, my name is Jake Gerardi. I went to Southern Utah University. I was a punter and I did kickoffs too. I'm 6'5", 240 pounds. And some of the goals I set this season were I wanted to take each game individually, go game by game, and say I'm going to be the best punter in this game. And with that mindset, I was hoping that I would be able to get whack was the first thing I wanted to get, and then if I got all whack, um, every other thing was kind of be going to be a cherry on top. And not only was I able to achieve what I set out for, I took each game by game and wanted to be the best punter there. I was also able to get all whack, and not just all whack. I got whack special teams player of the year, and I was able to get into multiple All American awards and get unanimous All American, which for me was something I hadn't even thought about. It was so shocking and so honoring to get that accolade. Um, Something my coaches and teammates would probably say about the type of player was I was willing to do what needed to be done, and no matter the scenario. Our last game of the year was in rain, and I was one of the only guys that didn't drop a football the whole time. I dealt with whatever snap was given to me. I was in pouring rain. The other punters, our quarterbacks, their quarterbacks had all dropped a snap at some point, and I never did. I had 7 punts, 8 punts that game, and I was always willing to do what the team needed to be done, and I would put my best foot forward doing that. And I feel like that was something that they would always think of me from last season. When I'm studying film, some of the things that I focus on to improve my game. For me, it's a little bit different being a punter. A lot of the time I'm using my film for, okay, if I'm in a rut this season, okay, what's causing this rut, and breaking down what could be causing this, and seeing, okay, well, that kick went bad. Why did that kick go bad? That kick went bad because I stepped slightly outside instead of straight down my line. And I break it down to see where my kicks went bad and where my kicks went good, and making sure I'm staying in that. So studying films, it's not as big of a part as every other position, but I've learned how to study film throughout my years of other positions, and I've become very, very good at studying and being a student of the game. What separates me from other pro prospects at my position is I have a few things going for me. One, I'm a lefty, and I can really drive and position the ball in cross field opportunities, and I'm a very good positional punter. But I think the biggest thing that sets me apart is I'm just 2 years into punting. I've never been solely a punter except for the past 2 years. And if you look at those 2 years, the amount of expansion I've had in those 2 years has been great. I went from 40 yards to 43 yards to 48 yards in average. And I think I can only just keep going up from there. So I have that really just that want, that desire to get better. And I'm in a huge absorption phase of punting of I just need to absorb and learn more and be able to be better and learn. And I think that's something that really sets me apart. I'm not full of myself. I'm not ego in any way. I'm just ready to learn and get better in any possible way I can. One of my off-season plans and training to prepare for professional opportunities. So I'm training with Mike Cyphers, former NFL punter, and John Carney, longtime former NFL kicker. Both of them are fantastic. I train 3 times a week with them, and I've been really getting after to learn and transfer from a college punt to more of an NFL style punt. And it's been a great process. It's learning the ups and downs of it. I have good days, bad days, and learning how and what that they really want in the NFL has been really great. And I've been doing that since my season ended. My season ended, I graduated that semester, and I left, and I've been doing that ever since. So I've been kind of ahead of the game on really trying to prep and get ahead on that phase. What kind of strengths and abilities do I bring to a team that'll stand out both on and off the field? So one of my strengths, like I said, was I'm willing to do anything for the team. I'm a big team guy, and I want to help in any way I possibly can. And that always ends up making me put my best foot forward during games. And if I have a bad kick, making sure I get to that good kick again. I'm not going to let my team down again. And so I think that's one of my big strengths. Another one of my big strengths also is what I mentioned earlier. Is I'm a student in the game, and I'm in a learning phase. I want to absorb everything I possibly can. I'm not going to be a stubborn guy to coach. I was a coach's son. I know how to be coached, how to listen and absorb, and take in a lot of the information that's given to me. So I feel like that's one of those big strengths that's going to set me apart from a lot of people too. And then my final pitch to the NFL and other pro leagues is, if you want a big athletic punter that's looking to really make a bang and make his mark, I've always had to fight for where I'm at, and I want to keep fighting, and I'm going to keep fighting. So if you want somebody that's going to do that at the punting position, I'm your guy. I'm a big, strong lefty, and I'm itching to get out on that field again. Thank you so much for your guys' time.